Hello. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Am I peaky and blown out like I was before? For upwards of an hour and a half last time. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I sound so normal. I sound so horrible. So normal. Let's go.
No.
Hello, everybody. I missed y'all. You know, when the stream ends, I don't actually go somewhere. I just cease to exist. So, like, when the stream gets turned back on, in RP, I get brought back to life again. And with that little bit of trivia, today's plan is two things. Promies, which is a 2-hour, 15-minute in and out adventure into a Tim Burton nightmare hellscape. But before we get there, there's about like an hour in between. So I sat there thinking to myself, what is probably the most entertaining thing that people would want to watch on Twitch? Like, no holds barred. And if you thought baking over 300 pies was the answer, you were right. And good job. Good job figuring that one out. Everyone else excited?
That's what I'm talking about. Wow!
All right, let me bring back my menu so I can actually tell what's going on. So we're in Winders currently, which is supposed to be the food capital of the world. So says the cooking guild that was decided to be put there. If you take it from me, it honestly should have been Sandoria instead. If only because their grocery store is frickin' lit. It's crazy. You just walk in and there's like groceries up and down the chain that you use in about 1,000 recipes. You're just looking at the NPC at the counter and you're just like, oh my god. I just like put it in me. All the fairy apples. So we got time to burn and chill out and warm up. You know. Vibe, as the kids say in their street vernacular. Chillificate. So Winters is a very strange place. It's also a very beautiful place. The reason why Winters is strange is not so much because it is so beautiful and an endless expanse of pain and suffering that adventurers use to bond with one another. It's because the two main populations per the game consists of small, very small magical people and cat girls. I don't know who came together and decided, like maybe if I pay attention to the lore, I would know like why these two very distinct populations agreed to just sort of like hang out over many lifetimes, but it's not on me, man. I'm barely qualified as like the chosen one in this story. So we do be going to the cooking guild. We do be asking the tiny mans, if we may have an artificial injection of skill so that I can make these pies, put them on the market, and then be undercut by over 3,000 people doing the same exact thing, and then race them to the bottom, to the lowest common denominator. I will say that a lot of crafts in this game are extremely expensive to level up, but once you get to the point that you get them up there, you are pretty set depending on what craft it is. Like, for example, if you successfully destroy yourself in order to get to a high enough goldsmithing level to make valuable things, you're basically set for life. You can skill up on stuff and sell it for a profit, which is insane. just at face value, to just be, don't pay attention, I'm a professional. Don't pay attention to that. You didn't see that. I'm a professional, I promise. Nobody saw that just then. I'm a master chef. It says so in the title. All right. It says so in the title that I'm a master. Look at that, dude. Let's go. Very exciting. The Foxhole streams are on Wednesday and possibly Saturday. How do I sound, by the way? Like, legitimate question. And don't respond with, you know, like a dream or like a snack. I need, okay. Because I was watching my own stream while I was like tickling myself with an ostrich feather on the couch. And I was like, holy crap, I'm peaking like crazy. And like, I don't know why the good Lord decided that I needed to inject about 40% of my brain power and a caloric content into my S sounds, but they are like brutally sharp. So I looked at my internal programming, because like I'm like RPing as like a philosopher robot, right? And I was like, wow, my treble is up there with a normal human being's. I need to take that down by like 20, like negative 20, like just put it all the way down, you know, just send it, but like in the opposite direction. You know, and thank God I'm not putting myself in the position to have my voice changer accidentally be on. I did make triple sure that it wasn't on this time. However, I will show you a teaser for what was meant to be a teaser. Testing my own voice, hearing my own voice. All right.
This is what my original voice was meant to sound like, because as I'm sure that you are experiencing in real time, it is much more comforting to hear the synthesized voice that I put on humans, like it when their robots sound like humans. At least that's what my programming tells me, and it has not failed me yet.
But we'll just use this one for now. Oh yeah. Yeah, the microphone that, you know, I have built into my robot face is not cheap, but it is not expensive. I guess they just got to the point where they were like, you know, that's good enough. Who's he gonna be talking to, you know? Mr. Robot, you're just supposed to give helpful platitudes all day as your main function, and just say things like,
reporting for duty.
you know, or maybe like, here, how about this one? Okay, maybe not that one, because I'm not a Japanese robot. That's not part of my MO. It could be though. You know, it could be like a bit. It could be like a bit in my audience. You know, to like maybe later on, like spend channel points to turn me into a Japanese cat girl robot for maybe like 5 minutes or something. People love that. I'm going to tell my link shell, aka my clan / regiment, whatever your chosen parlance is. So high key, you cannot donate to me in the traditional Twitch sense. Low key, if you type !tip or !Patreon, you will get details. I cannot guarantee you the length of time that I will bang my cymbals like a monkey for you, but I will do it. But for now, I'm just content to try to make your lives as pleasant and easy as possible. You know, I guess with the sound of my voice, because what else am I gonna do? Like give you a hug? I ain't doing that. Pass, boy. Get wrecked. No, that's not true. I would hug some of you, but the stipulation is that it would have to be one of those like hover hand hugs until we actually have extended conversation, and I'm certain that you won't kill me.
Bruh.
I know that that's like an extremely high bar to expect out of anyone. Did I even send that message? I didn't. All right, let me focus for a sec. Friendly reminder. Promivian Mia in 45-ish minutes. Meet at teleport. Mia, bring antidotes if melee, and HP regen. 2 will help tons. Nothing expensive, like maybe 1 to 2 Mama drinks.
Disgusting!
I do have an oh shit button if this impending gauntlet / boss fight doesn't go well. The Promivians are very spooky in the sense that they're very unforgiving by their nature. Just getting up to the boss room is an endeavor in and of itself. The boss fight itself varies wildly depending on what place you're going to complete it. There are 3 in total in the bracket of missions that I'm working through now. Once you complete all 3, you get coveted wardrobe slots, which means that I get to free up 10 whole inventory slots, which I assure you is extremely exciting.
That's what I'm talking about. Wow!
If you don't feel hyped thinking about wardrobe slots, we can still be friends, but I will not forget. Because it means that there is a link missing that I implore you to introspect, find, and correct. So like just feel a certain way, man. That's all I'm asking. I have no idea. I have not been keeping track of the pi rate. It seems to be going pretty good. So the way that crafting works in this game, just like other parts of the game, is pretty convoluted. So on paper, you just make different recipes, whether you're bone crafting or woodworking or cooking, which is what I'm doing. And after you make a recipe that's within like your difficulty level, you have a chance of getting a point of a skill towards that, like in whatever your chosen skill is, up to like a certain cap. So like you can only get so so experienced by cooking, you know, the in-game equivalent of beef jerky over and over again. Sometimes you break out the sea bass croute. You know, you gotta put a fish in like a pie, and that's for reasons that is marginally more difficult than, you know, I don't know, cooking a steak. I don't know what their thought process was, if they had to sit there when they were developing the game and just came up with like a list of like what recipes IRL are prohibitively more difficult than others. But I have spent both my willingness and all the money that I'm willing to towards getting cooking up to a level where I can reliably high quality things. Because the high quality stuff, as far as cooking is concerned, is what nets you the most revenue overall. It matters. It does not, however, stop psychopaths from trying to find the floor at which you're trying to sell things, because it's a blind auction system. More on that later. And then undercutting you like crazy by huge amounts in anticipation and belief that people on faith are going to spend like the same amount no matter what, that they're just not going to check on given prices. They're just going to take it at face value that, you know, $20 is $20, and then you get the thing. So the way that the blind auction system works, and feel free to tell me to shut up anytime. I'm baking pies, so what else am I going to talk about? The blind auction in Final Fantasy XI is such, and it's going to sound like I'm crazy when I explain it out loud, if I haven't already. You put a thing up for sale at X amount. Let's say like 500 big ones. People can spend or try to spend 400 blindly because they don't know what the actual price is of the thing on the auction house that you're selling at it is. And they are going to fail. It's going to tell them you tried to spend $400, it didn't actually go through. If they try then to spend $500 to get your thing, it's going to sell. If they try to pay $500 originally and you put up your thing for $500 and Joker tries to sell it for $300 instead, then whatever the price is that's at the actual floor, the lowest price that people try to sell the thing at, is what's going to net that 500. So cue me collecting about 60 raw steaks of buffalo meat. Buffalo in the game are very different from IRL buffalo, I assure you. Cooking, oh my, did you see that? That was interesting. Oh boy, just ignore that happened. Just a glitch in the Matrix. Me spending all the time to get all the ingredients together and then making these like 60 steaks into something that I can use and then selling them. So the etiquette on the auction house, generally speaking, is I need to put myself on anonymous because people are trying to reach out to me to party, even though my looking for party flag isn't up. Probably the first clue. So the etiquette is selling for just a little bit, just a smidgen under under like whatever the last price was. So like selling, if you saw that it was last sold for 6,000 successfully, you try to sell it for like 5,900. Not so much that if people were to try to call your bluff that you lose a ton of money, but just enough that if someone else tries to put up the same kind of steak for 5,999, that yours is still going to sell because you're selling it for 5,900. Q, the absolute varlets, the charlatans that try to sell almost 1,000 at a time below what they think your floor is, dude. They try to.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
So you see, you know, your stuff selling like a little. Like other people are selling their stuff, which is fine. You know, we all have to eat, right, and pay our in-game rent and stuff like that. But you see them selling, and then you're like, okay, so maybe they did 5,800 when I did 5,900. That's fine. That happens. That's expected. I'm going to do the rational thing and try to go like 5,700 because I'm guessing they're going for 5,800. And their stuff keeps selling, and then they keep going lower and lower and lower.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
And lower and lower until the whole bison steak market crashes. Like, you didn't have to be this way. We all could have made out. But every other crafter that is capable of making that same steak saw the profits, and we're like, no, today I choose violence. I got very small for a moment. Ignore that. I choose violence. We all could have won. And so it was only when the actual profitability of the stakes went down to, I would say, probably 60-70% of their original value, did someone reach out to me on Discord and say, hey, I happen to notice that it's just you and me selling right now. And I probably, like, I'm able to, like, pull myself away. I know it doesn't sound like it, but I'm capable of pulling myself away from whatever game that I'm playing and give myself a reality check instantly. But I will say that there was the smallest possible, most minute amount of passive aggression that came into my voice when I had to explain to him that if he thought that I was the main issue, that it's just not the case. Everyone woke up that day and said, if I don't sell first, I'm going to bring down this mother effing thing with me. I'm just gonna burn it all down. Like, if it gets to the point where it's like literally at cost, so be it. I just need to sell through. How many pies do I have left? Or pie ingredients? Alright, we got a little bit left. We're on good time though. I'll have just enough time to put the stuff on the market. I do implore you, if only because it would be a little bit funny, if you are, I don't know, like a 95 plus cook, to undercut me and then, you know, just try to sleep at night, I guess. That thought would be funny to me, so you probably should. It would be good for my character. And boy howdy, do I loves me some character. You know. How's everybody doing? That was a huge tirade that I went on for about 30 minutes, like uninterrupted. I need to make sure that my babies are taken care of. How are my babies? Baby check. I'm referring to chat. That's all right. You don't have to tell me how you feel. That's a personal thing for you. I get it. You know what? I didn't want to know. I didn't want to even know. It's just social convention that prompted me in this exchange of ours of data. I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't like the road it was taking me on. I'm just gonna stop prematurely. We are getting there. You should be able to get all these done in like 20 minutes. I enjoy looking deep into the JPEG forests. Thinking about the greased up deaf guy that's probably out there flailing around. Godspeed, naked greased up deaf guy.
Meow.
Yeah. And actually, so we have to do this. And by we, I mean me, and have to do this, I mean bake hundreds of pies. The actual exciting part is in about half an hour to 45 minutes. We're going to be entering a place called Promies, which is a lot like a giant area that looks like the barren wasteland from Neverending Story. That's filled to the brim with skeletal Tim Burton monsters that are not afraid to pull you inside out.
Oh, no, 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 no.
There's a lot of parallels between this and Foxhole. Yeah, I know you do. That's why you got so many. That's why you're so gutsy. I'm gonna let the whole thing run. I respect that. The builder update for Foxhole do be a thing. I do wish that people weren't so quick to flip their reviews to positive. Because it's like, imagine that you're dealing with like a company that gives you a really rough product, right? And then they just tell you, hey, we're making some changes. And you're like, oh, sign me up. Step on me, corporate dad. And that's it. That's a whole exchange. You don't resist. You don't offer any kind of like counterpoints. You don't say like, I want to see some like actual initiative like on your part and then like assess how that is long term. I don't blame you. I am very carefully weighting myself back in. But I am not allowing myself to be beholden to that game. The frontlining and stuff is absolutely fun still. And even while I was working on like designs and stuff like that, I was having fun with it. The actual construction was bad. I mean, it's just not a satisfying thing. But you can't make building stuff too easy, right? I will say, going back to Final Fantasy XI, the one thing that it holds up spectacularly is the coordination with other people, in the same vein as like Foxhole. To actually like to almost like the same degree, the same mouthfeel, so to speak. You and a group of 5 other strangers plus are mutually reinforcing plating to one another, that if you work together you can stop stuff that's much bigger than you that would definitely slaughter you individually. Every person is different, so you have to work in a cohesive unit with a group that generally needs to know what they're doing in order to succeed, especially if there's some kind of event or giant monster that you're going to be tackling, such as the one that we're going to be dealing with in about half an hour. I've never done end game stuff. I just haven't. The type of stuff that, is like equal parts poop scheduling and reserving a time slot of like 5 hours in order to get it done. Stuff like events called Dynamis, which is like an alternate universe abyss world where it's populated by insanely hard monsters and bosses. Prometheans are pretty close. All the missions that involve fights require some amount of knowledge and preparation. But in most cases, as long as you have a balanced team, unless there's like some gimmick that you can take advantage of, you will succeed. Also, Bastok is number 1. Yeah, I said it. I said it. I'll say it again.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Pie check. That's not my inventory. Pie check. I'm gonna be pretty much right on time. Minute. Heads up for Promy Mia event. Meet at Tarangi Canyon. Teleport Hala Crystal. Antidotes if and HP regen if melee. It will matter. There is something that can be said about leading a group or groups in Final Fantasy XI to accomplish an objective or events or missions or what have you. Like notorious monsters that are like mini bosses that roam around. I think that with the exception of maybe 2 times that I tried to party, like just let myself get collected by someone, the experience wasn't bad per se, but I definitely felt as though people's willingness to coordinate without like a party leader explaining why to do XYZ thing is sorely missed sometimes. Sup? I do not want to do a full circuit of ice. There should be one more round, or a couple more rounds of pies, and then we'll head over. It was set to be Mia from about 3 weeks ago. I made the mistake of saying it was going to be Dem last time. I should have checked my own event to be sure I was saying the thing. I put the correct event in LS mess. I gotcha. Definitely put, if you haven't already, put the times you're available in the when is good link. If you already have, I will try to revisit it, but I picked the time that most people said they would be available. Pie time. And once we get the pies going, I mean, we already have the pies going. Once we get to the auction house, we'll plug these bad boys on there. Check the price of the normal pies that sell for maybe like 1/10, typically 1/8. And then go from there, and then gear up into my ninja clothes and let her rip. I getcha. I may be able to adjust it a little bit, but I also have to account for other people's schedules. I will write down to re-ask when everyone is available and go from there. How's everyone doing? I hope you're all doing good. Legitimately. I broke for no reason. Even though I'm like easily 50 levels above this. There's no reason for the game to do me like that. And a lizard egg, dude? But why? It doesn't have to be like this game.
This is not okay.
It don't need to be like this. I'm so close. I know this pie making marathon has been riveting. The reason why we're doing it, perhaps it would help if I actually like explained why it's been 40 minutes of baking pies. Not only because it is a recurring source of income for me, so it's important for me to do anyway. And like this does consist of like time that I can spend on things like this after work. It's also because Final Fantasy XI is great in all the ways that it is. However, it does take some time to go and do most things. So if you do get into it, it's not unusual to try to dedicate and slot out at least 2 to 3 hours, depending on what your activity is. You can get a lot of stuff done in about 2 hours, which is like the typical amount of playtime that you would invest in most games. Anyway, I would think. Like you just sit there and chill out and you play for a couple of hours and then you're good. In those 2 hours, you are recruiting people to do things. You're working with people to do things. You're prepping for your next adventure out. It's very sandboxy in that sense. It is not a game that holds your hand. So if you're someone that appreciates that about your games, this could be up your alley. Never mind the fact that it looks like a PS2 game, because it actually was. It was the iteration of a PS2 game at one point that ran concurrently with PC. It fills a slot that is not shared with many other MMOs out there now, which is you being the arbiter of your own destiny, forging relationships with other people, earning a reputation for yourself as a, you know, either like a positive or negative element, and just rolling with it, taking the good with the bad, adapting from losses or setbacks. And because evidently I didn't feel like it was punishing. Oh my god, we're done with the pies. Let's go, dude. Let's go.
Yeah, boy.
No more pies. What am I doing? I just need to warp out. I'm sure that everyone that is like freaking glued to their screens right now was as tired as I was. Was it? Oh, I'm tired of that. Oh, Juno, never change. Hello. Alright, so I'm gonna do the rational thing and go down just a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. Ideally, I should have checked, if I was sweaty enough, check the prices or how many was already on stock. Last I checked, there were none. and then rest assure myself that all these pies that I am forcing into the auction house so that they can get old and bad while they sit in the back alleys, the back rooms, to be purchased by the general populace. I don't even know where this train of thought originally started. I just need people to buy my pies. I should have checked to see how many were on there. I didn't. So now we're just gonna roll and try to hit like an 18 on a D20. Oh, the normal pies are almost worthless. Which do be how it be sometimes. And I am presuming that the audio balance has held up to this point. So far. 80, this is what I'm talking about, dude. You could buy out the the auction house. 84 times 12. It's literally selling. Ignore that. It's literally selling for like $8 more per pie for me to just go to the auction house. Sometimes even less. A lot of the time, people just don't think about the repercussions. They're like, it has to be more on the auction house. So therefore, I'm going to sell on the auction house. I'm actually not going to sell the cinnamon or the sugar because I actually use that. Totally insane. that it's worth any amount more than it would be on the auction house. Totally bananas. All right, so we're gonna gear up. I did my due diligence. I populated the auction house with pie. And now I need to put on my vestiges.
Let's do this.
My vestments. I am a ninja. I know that I don't look it, but have taken on faith that I am. And as a Final Fantasy XI ninja that is also trying to try hard a little bit, I have almost all of my aid space taken up just from ninja related stuff. It's possible that's the case, yes. Like mage, whatever mage can dual heal in worst case, I will make sure it is not just you. Alright, I'm gonna grab my horrifically expensive shuriken and all of my weird ninja tools. So as a Final Fantasy XI ninja, you are functionally spending money in order to do damage or to have some kind of like special effect on enemies. So you are the living embodiment of Yojimbo from Final Fantasy X. In the sense that you except like instead of Yuna paying you, I could have sworn I got more than that. Instead of Yuna paying you to do damage, you are expending your own resources to do it. Which I assure you does not feel good. But I have gotten to a point where I am financially self-sustaining. It came down to the wire a whole bunch of times, but You know, I pulled myself up by the bootstraps, which is the Bastoken way. The analogy for, it's probably not a one. It's not a one-to-one analogy. Don't take this at face value, but it's just the analogy of Bastock, which relies on grit and know-how to succeed. I don't need an instant warp. I don't need that. Probably don't need silent oils. I'm gonna take them anyway. I do need a warp cudgel, Ivory Razor, Antidote, Fine Sue, Rah. Okay, so I have all the Surara I need. Do I have my sushi? I sure hope so. Wait, I have a program for this. Dorado. I do have my sushi. And then we just tuck. Never mind. There we go. Just for fun. I'm gonna tuck the shuriken in there to make sure that we have all the slots that we need. Okay, and then go to my gear and equip. Oh, this is what I was talking about the last stream. So I love Blue Mage more than any other job on the planet in FFXI 11. Paladin is like a somewhat far second. I have created a individual macro set that maximizes the modifiers of every blue spell that you have access to because of the insanity of values that affect blue spell effectiveness and accuracy. I freaking love Blue Mage, and when that comes out, I am going to crush it and rub it into my eyeballs 24/7. I will live and breathe it. Which actually fits with the actual lore of the Blue Mage in this universe pretty well. Alright, enough yapping. Alright, grab my corrosive dagger. Earring. Use current. Remove that so it doesn't get rid of my TP unnecessarily. Swap this guy to inventory, wardrobe. Oh, they're rings. That's right. I thought I was going crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it like that. Okay. Alright, so we are all set. Now to tell my party fellows. I'm going to chill in Juno. Just in case we need to pick up pubs. If I don't need to, I will join you at Teleport Mia. I'm also streaming the whole thing if you want to have mercy on me and follow / hello. Have me in background. Now I'm checking to see who all is coming. Ryutaru is, Valhalla is, Jin is. I'll tank if means anything. Hey, big. So far, it seems. Reno. Big. Jin. I am also a source of ranged damage, believe it or not. Alright, so looks. Once you're at teleport me a crystal. Chosen job. Tell me and I'll invite. We will need some kind of backup for Reno. Healing wise, unless people have lots of things like high potions. Paladin is a good one. I will opt to do damage and pull off as I have shadows off tank. I will grab high pots for myself for sure. Alright, let's grab some potions, and then we need to get Signet in the off chance that the defense buff is going to matter, which it absolutely could. The Promethean fights are very unforgiving. Faux show. Grab some medicines here. Don't even know. Let's see. Let's go on the wiki. High potion. +3. No, I don't want that. I want X potion. $150. That's pretty good. Wait, how much is... Just for reference. Potion. No, not potion. High potion 3, 130. Okay, so it's an easy sell. And to succeed, I'm willing to frickin' pay a little bit more than I arguably should have, or should. 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. And 7. I'll leave one slot open for fun. Move my Promies explain over. Actually, X potion. Item X potion me. I'm gonna delete these two because they're no longer applicable. Antidote. Item. Antidote. Me. So that when it does this bullshitty AoE move, I am better positioned to deal with it. Drinky. Mama, late. Look at that, almost 600. Okay, so I am literally maxed on everything that I can possibly bring. Let's see where peeps are at. Okay, we'll give him a minute. Now what I can do is figure out it's 11. We can do, if people want to. I definitely want to, but I want to make sure that everyone's schedules sync up. I would not be opposed to streaming DRG for the entirety of the streaming period on Saturday. Rock and stone. We're rich. Can we get we're rich spam in chat, please?
Yeah, boy.
We're rich. We're rich. Again, Poggy. When you're ready to get collected, and if in Juno meets at Crystal. I'm grabbing Signet. Forgot that gives a minuscule and spuff. I can't forget Molly. I do need to play it more, for sure. Once I wrap up business, are you ghosted? You are not ghosted. Once I wrap up business in Foxhole, constructing the facility from which we're going to do shenanigans, if the supply costs don't drive me insane in the meantime, which, you know, I'll parse that when I get to it. I'm ready to you know, I'm ready to dive back into I'm ready to dive back into DRG, you know? I'm ready to get my rocks off. Hope you guys don't pick on me to ask a question. Okay, that the cat call audience doesn't really fit that one. I was kind of hoping, I was running out of actually like sound bites to use with that. See all big. Donnie invite. And that's Jin. Jin's the last one. Should vegetarians eat animal crackers? Yes. They should go for the heads first, actually, and then the legs. And then surround them with the other animal crackers. And then put like little cups on top of the other animal crackers so that they have no choice but to view the abject horror that awaits them individually. I mean, no. No, they shouldn't. Because I'm sure that in some roller coastery way, there's some byproduct that probably came from an animal in some kind of an environment that perhaps was not conducive to its happiness that found its way in the animal crackers. While we're here, grab Signet. The +1 defense may matter. Actually, no, I'm not gonna say that. That's not a big deal. If you don't have Signet, it's not a big deal. You still, I don't even know if you get conquest points. Is everyone enjoying the music that's playing during these segments? I try to kind of, I don't know, theme them according to what feels best given whatever it is that I'm doing. You know, you got your hard-hitting synth DMCA-less in the beginning, and then you have your DMCA-less gaming vibe music throughout, and then you'll get to experience some of my personal favorites, DMCA-less gamer BPM remixes. So if you're not pogging out of your collective gourds, now's the time. Granted, it's going to take us like an hour to get to that point if we don't all die on the way first. Oh, good, fam. Trying to get Einstein's chat to work, but it won't show up. Did Einstein change his nickname at any point during the stream? If he changed his nickname, he's going to want to log out and then log back in. Working as expected is like black screening or ghosting, which is like when you change areas but the game doesn't fully recognize that you've done this. And so it just puts you in like this in-between state of being and not being, where everyone can hear you, but but they can't reply back. Like you're a ghost, I guess, or like a reverse ghost. I don't know. I'm not a ghostologist. Yeah, just Stoic or not Stoic. Isn't C oh, alright, everyone that is in needs it, but we will be doing them again in future, I promise. I need to make a note for myself. When is good number 2 for future Promy retries? So only 6 can make the boss fight, and then after everyone gets their thing done, the game kicks you back out to the ground level, meaning that you have to make the quote-unquote ascent all the way again, which on a Monday evening is not plausible for most people, so I will have to reschedule for the people that aren't going to be able to make this run. We're still doing this run, it's just that not everyone that wants to make it can make it, which is unfortunate. But if a 7th person were to join, they would basically be just like stuck at the very top. Basically, like, the choice is just solo the boss and die. I can definitely do it. This person is trying to be very kind, and I won't allow it. So help me, God. Or Goddess, the Goddess Sultana. See y'all, Kami. You. If it means anything, I feel nothing about it. We just have to beat the ever-loving baby Jesus out of a Tim Burton monster. The first one we did was spooky, if only because the boss had a drain buff move and ate the tank's strongest possible defensive item. This one does not have that. Invited, Kami. If you can hear this, Kami, you may have to relog if you didn't get an invite. I mean, admittedly, this is the classic Final Fantasy XI experience. Half the battle, getting everyone together, getting everyone prepared. Like, you're going on a journey, so like a more involved version of like Monster Hunter. You know, where like, instead of eating food Actually, no, it's like Monster Hunter like that. Yeah, it's like Monster Hunter. You get all the different traps and buffs and, you know, bait and all that stuff. Even though I never really used bait when I played last, it just seemed like kind of a waste. It was hard to predict, like, where the where the monster is gonna be. Well, you know what I mean. It's just a lot of prep. I am a charge blade for Monster Hunter. I've always been a charge blade, just because of the fact that it had like an extremely high skill ceiling. I also enjoyed spending half of the fight charging it up, only to use it on like a final move that would miss. I lived for that. Yeah. I loved it. You know, you do your charge bladey stuff. It feels pretty cool. You're surprisingly nimble with the kind of like pseudo dodge moves that you can do. You charge up your blade, you convert that into your blade, and then you do a different button combination to share your power, the power that's in your sword with your shield to buff your shield, and then you get it all charged up again, and then you expend all that energy, shield, sword, and whatever you currently got into a final move that misses by a pixel. And it just hits different.
That's fucking teamwork!
But when you hit, it is probably the most satisfying in the world, because you do insane amounts of stun damage. You do a lot of regular damage. You're almost certainly going to chop off a bit of the monster.
Oh my god! Inhuman reactions!
Don't be mean to Ruffles. All right, we're gonna. You can sit there and lie to me, but I didn't spend literal years honing my social emotional perception so that you can lie to me on the internet and get away with it. creature on the monsters, and they will distract long enough for me to have a chance of survival. Oh. I have no weapons. No weapons gaming. I just tried to fist the monster. Why did that happen? Oh, it's because... There we go. Yeah, they die so pathetically fast. I enjoy their design. I enjoy the design of the area. The music is also pretty good. I recommend at some point listening to the music on YouTube, if only because a lot of the music on this private server is remixed, and although I deeply enjoy much more the remix music versus what it is on, you know, compared to the original, Promivian's is a little bit too jazzy for me. And that's not a knock. It's definitely competent, great music. It's just not my thing. It doesn't hit that note of total depression that I just live for.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I gotta... If I'm not feeling like I'm being actively oppressed by the environment, I'm just not gonna play. Maybe that's why I like that is why I like Dark Souls so much. And Bloodborne and Sekiro. And all the games that I will eventually be playing on the variety. If unfamiliar with the orb, if melee, put your back to the pillars, it will do an AoE move. Can go when I give call. So this orb, I don't know what it's meant to represent in this environment. All I know is that it does a very annoying AoE knockback move that does not do very much damage, but it does knock you back very hard. Like to the point that it'll knock you like 30 feet out of the arena, so being against the pillars is the only way to counteract that. Go into portal. Go, go, go. So the first area is very straightforward. There's the monsters are dead easy. There's only one portal. Where it gets slightly more difficult or challenging, depending on your definition, is that as you go higher, there's different orbs in different places, and only... I don't know if it's exactly one, but only one... They sometimes won't give you the portal that we just went through. Monsters are still very easy here. We'll hold for some MP. Just in case, smiley face.
Bingo!
I gotta make sure I take care of my babies.
Yeah.
Meow.
Gotta make sure they're all tucked in their conceptual blankies and ready to go.
Yes, indeed.
No, we don't have to go that way. We'll just kill this thing. Thankfully, this area is open enough, and if we get lucky enough, it should be on the very first portal.
A hunter must hunt.
Oh, is there an orb there? There's not an orb there. Just giving cardinal directions so that people know what's up. The Galka be thick boys. Bizarrely, I think they're about equal with Elven, but don't quote me on that. I have something somewhere that tells me like what their innate attributes are. Just pretend I know. You're like, oh, Stoic, you're so smart. You're so smart and cool. We should be besties 5 ever. And then I'll look you dead in your ocular membrane and I'll be like, fucking pass. No, I wouldn't. Can you imagine?
I'm sorry.
Galka don't hurt nobody. If there is one thing that would stop me from becoming a Galka in game in Minecraft, it would be, I think their heads are slightly too small for their general mass. Like all it, and then some of their haircuts are very aggressive, and definitely not my thing. Gravity enjoyers, let's go. Gravity, nah, please. Okay, I'm very amazed that did not. That did not aggro. Checking. Lots and lots of misses. I am a ninja, you cannot hurt me. I am under the water, please help me.
Help me.
Some ancient dank meme. When the Elden Ring DLC comes out, I will buy it without hesitation. And I know that I am not a unique snowflake in saying that. It is very rare that I can feel as though I can just take it on face value that the experience is going to be great. Elden Ring is one of the few games that I bothered. Well, actually, no, not bothered. I did it naturally. I 100%ed it naturally. I just wanted to do it. Like it was very rare for me to feel a particular way where I'm like, I literally want to see everything. Rip. Wasn't that one? Are you guys still itching your balls? Well, if you're gonna do it, you better itch my balls too. had to think about whether or not my media is marked as not suitable for children, and it is not. It's not that one. Any itchy ball enjoyers in chat? It should be one of these. Process of elimination, it's very likely that it's this one. Itchy ball. While we're doing this. Oh, good. Kami is staying white mage. I thought he was doing a thief. Percent is Jin. Uh, 75%. Val. 50%. Big D. I'm just gonna leave it as that. 25%. Everybody else. Once we get to the third level, I'm gonna play the BPM. I know that this has been a high octane experience so far, but I'm gonna push it to 11. Oh, thank God. Portal, go, go, go. Music controls. BG BPM. And then boost up the volume by 1. Mobs are around normal for us here. Still slightly easy. Probably go with the easiest. Go to the east. Let me tell you that it was not easy to find DMCA-less video game BPM. I just had to run my Stoic robot philosopher algorithms to obtain it. A playlist of set description. And boy howdy, am I glad I did. Okay, there's a very small chance I might kick my ass. Alright, we're all good here. Amazing. I'm dodging a lot. Like these aren't exactly hard monsters. But just like, I don't know, goblins, you know, their advantages are numbers. I don't say it that, I've said it like twice. Besides, I've got like lots of catchphrases, like hi up papaya. That is my OC catchphrase, don't steal. Homebrewed. You shut up. I'm doing this for us. I should probably pay attention. The mage is dying. Flailing. Why she's... Oh, yeah. I won't say it anymore. You're right. I gotta make sure that I... Well, like, I've only got... I actually have a lot of catchphrases, like butter my biscuits and call me Sally. There's also uh-oh stinky, but my wife does not like that one. And she is my world and the ocean and the moon and stars. Ow! Don't, please, please, please. Sorry guys, don't do that call. So there is a, I hope everyone's awake. There is a call system in the game to like alert people to certain situations, holding for MP. Like it's not the biggest deal in the world if some of the louder calls are done. It just rips headphone users when particular ones are used, of which that was definitely one.
It's only a game. Why do you have to be mad?
And lower the volume just a little bit while we're all resting. My head is currently in the cat's mouth.
Oh, shit!
I'll pump up the jams again, I promise, when we're all healed up. I keep thinking I'm using, because of the graphic of the shuriken that my character is throwing, I keep thinking that they're throwing my expensive ones. Shuriken are supposed to be a big part of the ninja's toolset because only they can use shuriken in the universe, and they do a horrific amount of damage. But making them is just an extremely material intensive process. That's really unforgiving. So, as you would expect, because it's labor and time intensive, it's expensive. Oh snap! Oh, that's it do be hitting the BPMs. Call 21. I do enjoy the knockback animation though.
That's what I'm talking about. Wow!
Nope. God. 4-6. Altana. 4-6 us. Oh, I don't have that one. By that one, I mean Rare Parrot. I don't know what that looks like. I had better TTV. Maybe it's one of the... I forget what the other one is called now. 7 something. But I do have better TTV on here. So I found a few unique emotes in chat. Like this one. Cloud doing the victory pose, which I really enjoy. I'm surprised that someone went to all the effort of slicing out that model. Maybe it's not that hard. I don't know. I just don't know what's involved. Argon Poggy, I don't know why it's called that, is a chocobo or chocobo that like whipping its head back and forth. No ruffles. You're never gonna get away from it. It's one of the biggest cult classics of our generation. You're never gonna get away from it. I don't know if Deltarune is done or not, but if or when it is, you're never going to hear the end of that either. And I think Toby Fox did some music in Pokemon. So, like, given how much mileage he has, you're going to hear stuff like this a lot. So just heckin' get used to it. Mister. Because as all my homies say, the music is litty and basted.
No.
I am getting hurt. Fine. You want to be slower, that's okay. But this is a dangerous situation. Here, I'll do Sim. Synth Gaming, hello? Oh, it is playing. It's just one of those songs that take like 10 seconds to warm up. No, trust me, I am. Xantos has a point, though. It was too high intense. Like, we're not attacking the boss yet. It is important to save the Megalovania for situations like that. Almost there, and then I'll give people a moment to rest. It's going to be important for the hard times ahead. Sometimes they just decide to go for the mages. Holding for MP. That's my sweet, lovely wife in the background with her angelic tones. Whoa, what? Did my mans just log off? Okay. I guess we wait. Why do you have to log off? Here. Lo-fi vibe music until he's back. It's kind of like this is a very weird thing that I'm about to say. It's kind of like the brutalism type of architecture, where it's like something about it being like all shades of one tone and consistency is like very pretty. Elevator music hype. Okay, he's back. I'll leave this on. I actually like it. There he goes. Let me just check my macro for a moment. Gen Bell, do Stoic. Yeah, that's it. Said he was getting his head shaved and playing on a modded Switch. I couldn't. I'm gonna reply with poggers.
Poggers.
Oh my god. So hot take, perhaps lukewarm take. Are the forces of chaos really that bad? Discuss. Cause like they must have like great health insurance. Okay, Val's just going for it. Do you ever hear chaos people complain about their situation? No. No, but real talk though, my favorite 40k race is Tau, for reasons that may or may not be self-evident. Okay, we're all opting to not kill the last one because the portal is only open so long. Disengage and go in. Okay, do we all make it? Kami is still out there. I will have to change the music for this one because this is the last floor where it actually gets dangerous. So do BPM. Okay, this floor monsters are actually pretty serious. Big is going to sick his pet on mobs. Yeah, I will go forward. Otherwise, if I get aggro, do not help me. I will just try to make it to the exit zone. Holding for MP. Okay, all we have to do is run. We try to avoid monsters. Try to avoid monsters if at all possible. If it seems unavoidable, then Big Six his pet and I run forward. Zone is southeast. Red. There's only been one time where this final run has actually gotten everyone killed, like we failed. So chances are good that we will make it if everyone's reaction times are on par, which I think they will be. We will run if I get aggro, and I will death run to the exit. You will not help me. You will just try to make to exit, and I will die outside the zone. Try to avoid mobs as long as possible. All right, ready. Let's do it.
Yay! Yay!
All right, go get him. Go get him, Tiger. Because it's a freaking tiger. Oh, man. All right, we don't have to take any risks. We just run behind. So far, so good. I do not remember if that aggro's by sound. Just keep running. Just keep running. Just keep running. Gonna hold for a little bit so that we group together some. All right. Amazing. Amazing that it's not catching. Amazing. Oh my god. Donnie's got all of them. Oh my god. He made it. Made it. Good. 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 Good.
Oh my god!
No way. Did we make it?
Incredibili!
Did we actually all get through?
Wow. Wow.
Just that.
5 points! 5 points!
Oh, baby, a triple! Oh, yeah!
Did we made it? Woo! No one died. Let's go.
Oh my god.
The One Piece is real!
That's actually shocking that nobody died. I die at least once every time we do that run. Very cool. All right, chill elevator music for now. Is everybody when it already has a lot of gimmicks to kind of contend with, where you use items that you collect, specific items from the monsters that we've been killing this whole time. You take it to a mad scientist in Juneau, which is like basically fantasy Switzerland, and you have them turn into anti-boss weapons that stop the boss from acting for 30 seconds or using special moves for 30 seconds, or, and I'm not kidding, like scaring the shit out of them for 30 seconds. Just makes them run around afraid of whoever it is that they have aggro on. We will need to do buffs inside. Back to back. So, well, actually, no. Hold onto the Tarot Anima. Use the Hystero and the Psycho only. If it seems like the boss, like, we're struggling, otherwise, typically towards the end, we will use tarots in same order. Psycho, if I recall, stops basic attacks. Hystero stops special attacks. Tarot basically stops them from doing anything but makes them run around randomly, which buys time but is very annoying to chase after. If you have them macroed, move the tarot one to the last slot. Make sure you have antidotes. Macroed 2. Hold off on Poison if you can. You'll need to spend focus curing as much as possible. If a person has antidotes, they should use them. Mint chocolate chip, pretty much hands down for me personally. But then again, I'm kind of like a mint freak. If it has like peppermint mocha creamer, I have been drinking day in and day out. Sometimes like a little sip from the bottle direct, unmitigated now and again. I'm not gonna pretend I don't. But I literally have not gotten sick of it for like 12 years. I will use French vanilla and hazelnut in emergencies, like when my back is against the wall. They're not bad. They're just not the gold standard. Or the peppermint standard. All right, let me know when you're ready with. If you want me to run through plan one more time, let me know. Okay, buffs inside, then we will let mages rest to full. It could matter. All right, here we go. As soon as it gives me the prompt, there it goes. So nobody died, which is unusual. So that means that the game has saved all the deaths for this. Changing music. Next song. Need something more. That's fine. That works. Dorado sushi. As long as everyone remembers the plan, then this should go smoothly. Just in case, I have probably way more medicine than I'll ever need for this fight. I am not nervous. I am cognizant that a few people have not done this fight before, so they may not know what to expect. Just in case. Damn, Kami used up all of his MB, man. I mean, he is a Galka. Any race can do any job fine. There is certain weights that the game applies towards HP and MP values. Galka have the highest HP value naturally, but the lowest MP. They should definitely still be recruited, but it does make their job slightly more difficult. Not impossible, just more difficult to do things like White Mage and Summoner and Black Mage and so on. Use your best judgment when you feel anima should be used, Reno. No problem. So this one looks like a normal, well, normal is the operative word, right? Normal monster that we've been fighting outside, except like a little bigger. I assure you, this thing is much more dangerous. It has a move that takes, of your maximum HP, takes you down to 5%, and then resets hate. So it randomly focuses on whatever gives it hate afterward, which is very scary for everyone involved, because you suddenly lose control that you're used to having with other types of monsters. Do I need to rest or heal when he uses? You can attack like normal or heal people. It's just buying us 30 seconds of time by making it run around. It will be hard to catch him. Just be ready to evoke him as soon as Taro runs out if possible.
All right. Yes, me lord.
Ready? I'm gonna wait until he's done explaining. It's just everyone's lives and time, you know, the last hour and a half. If we all die. This game has no sympathy. All right, here we go. Oh, I need to equip my expensive shit. Okay, good. I managed to catch it. Good. This thing loses hate like crazy. Oh, it has double attack? Fuck you. Ow. It is not using my expensive. There we go. Getting my shadows back up. Someone used Tarot, so I'm just gonna sit back and throw shurikens at it. Like a good ninja. As you can understand why using Tarot Anima to make it run around can be very disorienting for melee, because they have to chase this fucking skeleton asshole around. Okay, now he is very lucky to have gone out of that. Woo! All right, we are getting it down though. Which helps. I'm surprised it hasn't done the stupid AoE poison move. If you're not currently following, it would mean the world to me. Full stop. If you were to do so. I would giggle and clap my hands internally. You don't even have to care. I just need to hit the metrics so I can move on with life. So I can just dream. I would very much like to hit the monster with my expensive shuriken, please. At its earliest convenience. So far, so good. Preparation matters. Get my HP regen back up. Got my shadows back up. It's almost my turn. Ooh. Good. Whoa, why did it disengage me? I just used Terra Anima to get it to run around. As you can plainly see. Fucking stupid Nightmare Before Christmas monster. No, let me use. Okay, doing good. I blew my WOD. So far, so good. It's almost dead. Woo! We did it! We did it! Woo! Never have to do the fight again! Woo! 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 Woo!
Wow! Congratulations!
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Oh, yeah, let's hit a ball.
I'm gonna spurt.
Ultra Combo!
That's what I'm talking about. Wow! Wow!
Hey, that's pretty good.
Aw, so good. Clockwork. I gotcha. It's a very spooky boss. He hasn't said anything much, but we'll head it off. You did fine, Jin. It's a very spooky run to a very spicy boss fight. It's hard enough to pay attention to what the... There's a lot going on. We did it, no deaths. Not everyone can say that. Everybody did great. Fucking, that was the second worst, and by worst I mean most difficult boss, and everyone lived, which is not normal. Hooray, cooperation and preparation. Nice, 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 nice. Next one is next Monday, 8 PST. I will also stream that one. Y'all did great. You gotta make sure everyone leaves with good feelings, especially after what they've accomplished. And not only because it's the right thing to do, but also because it motivates them. And when you're motivated and your morale is high, you just do better. And now I have $15,000 worth of potions to try to sell back. No, I'll probably hold on to them. It's a lot of inventory space. Yup. And thankfully, it is the easiest one next. I am on an adrenaline high at the moment, so probably no experience. I'm gonna go... I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm not gonna experience after that, man. I need time. All right, let's calm down. Everybody calm down. I'm tired of you guys freaking out in chat. 24/7. You're gonna give yourselves nosebleeds. Too much pogging. Everybody's too turnt. Losing yourself in the rhythm. And it's partly my fault. Yes, high morale is non-itchy balls. You did awesome, Jin. For real, the stuff I said wasn't just to say it. You did totally fine. I know that was one of your first, and you did it like clockwork. Just muscle memory will fill in the blanks. Gonna warp back. Oh, I should have done that, dude. You're right. I'll do it on the next one. No, I thought it was done on purpose. And so you could have easily gotten away with telling me, yeah, I'm a master strategist. And I would have believed you. I will RP that I believe you, and this is a story we will tell everyone. Okay, I'm gonna use my club that for some reason can send me across space and time to my home. So with each stream, I'm going to try to take away something that I can improve. Was the audio balance okay? I know that some said that it was pretty good in the beginning. And I am asking you as one stoic robot to what is presumably human on the other side, don't be nice to me. I need constructive feedback. Like, hit me with it. Like, really fuck me up. Okay, so the S sounds are still strong. Let me try that again. The S sounds are still a little strong. How are my pies doing? Okay, so no pie sold. Nobody wants my ice cream? It is kind of overkill. All right, I sold one steak. So we're good there. Don't forget to resupply yourself with animas for the next one. If you have trouble affording them, please let me know. No pressure, and I will get you hooked up. Okay, so order of operation is resupply what was lost. Thankfully, I didn't need to use my oh shit button because everyone was just on top of their jobs. People were a little nervous, but it was because, you know, it was their first time with the abyssal horror. Which is fine. This is gonna happen. Where am I? What am I doing? Alchemy? Recollection. I used everything, so I need one of each. 8,000?
More gold is required.
I've made so many pies, it's unbelievable, Ruffles. Nobody respects the tarot anima, but it's like, it's helped so much. Good job as always. Tarot recollections are 1K compared to 8K. Nobody respects the free 30 seconds. Did I get every one of each? Shuriken was a good prep item. It hits pretty dang hard. Deals. Alright, so now we need to go to the mad scientist. You mean Xanthos in the sense that it's pretty good. I made barbecue chicken, which granted doesn't require any particular skill set beyond just not leaving it in the oven too long. But it looked good. It looked good. It smelled good. It was very slightly dry, but I was more worried about not infecting the people that are closest to me with salmonella than it was with the moist factor. I actually didn't take any pictures. I could show you the pan. Would that do it for you? Maybe like a secondhand high sort of thing. Feeling cute? Might take a picture of me sticking my tongue out and touching the barbecue remnants later. I'm not gonna do that. The last streamer that I'm aware of that did that got a combination salmonella and campylobacter, which he was informed was something that was not normal. So if I could just not subject myself to that, I'm gonna opt for that. You know what? Just for you, I'm gonna do it. Maybe I'll have it as like a sub goal or something. All right, so this is the mad scientist, and I'm going to trade him horror monster parts, and he is going to give me convoluted substances that I can then use on bosses for reasons. Nope. He doesn't tell you he wants payment, I think. I don't know if there's some kind of like secondary NPC that maybe hints that he only gets paid for his services, because this is one of those games. The game will start you on a quest for like a pretty valuable item, but it will not tell you where said next step is. It won't tell you who you need to talk to and what, or in what order, or if you're missing anything. This game lives and dies by the wiki, but if you are content with using the wiki, which you absolutely should, then the game is awesome. IMO. Are you a medium rare to rare person, Ruffles? I mean, that goes without saying. You are a rare person.
Aww. Ooh, you suck.
I want my meat cooked to oblivion. Not burnt, but to the point that I want the cook to be like, I should probably take this off. I want to be absolutely sure that no part of the original animal remnant is unseared or cooked fully through. And I mean, part of it is because of the way that I was raised. I was raised on well done food and fish tenders that that are of such a quality that I don't think I'll experience again in my lifetime. And my parents just let me inhale it. My dad would go out, fish, dress the fish, turn them into tendies, and late at night, borderline 2 o'clock in the morning, because I'm a house cat mixed with a night owl, I would sneak out in the dead of night and eat like at half my body weight in fish tendies. My mother had a rule that if she wrote no on anything, that you weren't allowed to have it, and I respected that as if it were from the Lord himself or herself, with the exception of the fish tendies. The fish tendies had no chance. If they were in the house, I was upon them. I wasn't even sorry. That's the messed up part. I was just thinking about consumption. Like, basic animal instincts would override my brain. And then after I woke up from my pseudo coma, I need to hold on to these. I should not sell these. I will buy a replacement re-raise though. I respected it. It's a thing, Nacho. I did respect it unless the fish tendies were in the house. And then I was like, you know, for forgiveness over permission. It was just doing me like that. I'm a product of my environment. I have not been to a fish right now. I presume that you would recommend it. Song too slow for lo-fi. Tonight, everyone, we made it. We cleared like clockwork. For the people that have not had an opportunity to do them, I will be running through them again sometime after all clear. I'm also going to be setting up rank 4 missions, the 40 ones, if I recall correctly. In a bit, I will toss a when is good on the Discord if you are interested in events like that. Please take a moment to go on there when it's set up and mark down what times you're avail. And then the final bit of yeah, need to make sure that everyone knows that everyone did a good job and should be very proud of themselves. So, okay. Promy, Mia cleared. Great. Clockwork. Next, Promy. Dem. At 8 p. EST. 3:27. I can tell time. 27. Charge rings. See Discord events. Okay, so I'm resupplied. We cleared it. There shouldn't be any other mission steps that I need to make. Now I'm going to become buck naked. Because, you know, if Amaranth can do it, I should probably do it. Because she's doing something right. You know, all those views can't be for nothing. What am I doing? Yeah, the naked equip set. So final beg and plead, if you have not followed yet, doing so would have an enormous impact on me. The goal for March is 50, and we are probably closer than we have any right to be. Once we hit 50, I will shut up about the 50 follower metric forever, and then I can just focus on streaming. So if you if you enjoy the stream and you think it's good content and you enjoy it and you want to see more, fucking beg your friends to follow me and get me to shut up. Like, they don't even have to watch. I don't give a shit. I just have to hit the stupid metric that Mr. Bezos wants, so that he keeps sending Amazon packages to my house on time. Because there was a bit there where he wasn't. I can feel him watching the stream right now. All hail. I need to make sure that that donation prompt appears less. I still want it to show up, just not as often as it's trying to. Oh my god, I got so much stuff. Just if you play this game, just don't try to tryhard ninja. Just do the normal thing of trying to get it to 37 and then just let it die forever after that. Because I'm trying to tryhard it. It's more work than even like Ranger. Alright, so last thing of the day before we wind down the stream fully, I need to prep myself to do my cooking guild turn-ins so I get currency that I can then turn into clothes and key items and furniture that will make my cooking even better, if such a thing were possible. There we go. We do be zooming. We zooming? No? We're stop zooming? Why? There we go. Gotta go fast. Let me talk to Mr. Goblin. Certa. Send it.
Ashen One, hearest thou my voice still?
Sir Gideon Opnia, the all-knowing.
God, I miss Elden Ring so much. Fish to mouth. That's one way to drop the bass. It's a lot funnier written, because bass and bass are the... you get it. You can't... no, there needs to be some... I'm just gonna let you write that out. Just follow that to your to its natural conclusion. I'll just let you do what you want.
Incredibili!
I wanted to be a Taro, which is this game's race of little magical people. It was the race that Reno Taro was. But the thing is that after spending 10 minutes with the camera unbelievably close to the ground, I was starting to get a type of motion sickness and like instinctual panic that had no business being there. Where psychologically, I was thinking to myself, I have to get off the ground. I cannot be so close to the ground. Kind of like a schizophrenic response, except like I wasn't actively in a state of panic. It's just a very weird feeling. Like I was like, I cannot be this character because it's way too close to the ground. Hume is good for sure. And what they do have some like added hairstyles and stuff like that on Horizon, which I appreciate. They didn't have to do that, but they went the extra mile and did it anyway. In terms of like animations and stuff, Mithra I think win hands down over every other race. They have IMO the best animations for everything. Emotes, holding weapons, so on. I like the way that Humes hold ninja weapons. I hate the way that they hold greatswords. And that may what I just said may have something to do with me choosing Mithra as like my hardcore Iron Man character. Shameless plug, played on Fridays. And not just because it gives me extra license to do this.
Ooh woo.
Meow.
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 But maybe a little bit because it gives me a license to do that. Oh, I forgot to, sorry, Ruffles, here.
Ja pierdolę, jakie bydle! Bober!
Almost forgot, man. He almost went a day without it. I've been messed up. Bober. All right, we are back at base. I'm gonna wrap it up here. But before I do, I just want you guys to have yourselves the best night ever. Thank you for joining. I mean, we can sit and talk a little bit. I don't mind. Did you want to hear some Stoic aphorisms that might help you in your daily life? Like, according as fortune allows, we shall spread sail or shorten it. But in any case, we shall move and not freeze in the fetters of fear. Zoomers love that shit. Here, I'll do it in the spooky robot voice.
Hello, testing. Reflect continually how all things come to pass in days gone by as they do today, and reflect that so you will hereafter. And put before your eyes whole dramas and scenes of the same kind, which you have known in your own experience or from earlier history. For those were all like these, the actors only were different. The true man will not impair his virtue or hide it away when danger threatens from all sides, when weapons and chains clang all about him. It legitimately helped me through, and by it, I mean Stoicism, hence the name. Helped me through some pretty dark times. No, it was absolutely scuffed. That was not intended. And the one that you're thinking of wasn't even that one. That one was at least, I don't know what the opposite of the word intelligible is. Intelligible? That can't be right. The voice that you're thinking of.
Please hold. Normal voice gaming.
This one? Yeah. All my homies love this one. Let's pretend I'm in a tank.
Tanker voice. Reporting in. Attacking. Defending. Escorting. They've got us surrounded.
I am in your brain. Everything that you are, I will be. Remember who you are and your purpose, which is to join the collective.
Help, guys. I'm stuck in a freaking cave. And I gotta poop real bad. Hello? Yes, you in the distance. Are you down a hole? Let me scamper on over to you. Hello? 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 Can you hear me? What are we gonna do in this giant cave, Bababaka?
Which one, Ruffles?
Which one, Ruffles? Which one, Ruffles? Which one, Ruffles?
Testing. Testing. My life for hire. It's more like dark and brooding, though. Creepy doll. This voice.
This voice it's been pretty unsettling, but I am crazy to it. Think you'll be enjoying the creepy doll voice. I'm gonna see more.
Wargamer 40k voice. Engaging community. We need reinforcements.
Gaming mode. I don't know if I can even talk in this one. I don't know if you can even understand me.
British voice mode. Did you have a good time today? I still enjoy our time together. You and I. Oh yeah, and fun. Tee.
The last one. This one makes me sound like I'm 12 years old. I'm still pretty partial to it. Ruffles does not like this one. I like this one. Yeah, I got lots of tricks, and there's lots more like this, but these were like the cream of the crop. Which one? The British robot voice?
All right, we did it. We did the thing.
Oh, dude, 4 strength, 4 stam, leather belt. Ah, level 18.
Nobody died. We succeeded in what we were trying to do.
Not.
I'll stand my guy up. And if you feel like being a big old buddy, tell your friends. I will see you guys later. Bye. See you later. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.